This is a Nuke Ops round on Harmony, and they are going to be boarding Bagel Station. There are two things unique about this round I will point out immediately. One, they're going for a cowboy theme. We have Agent House, which was actually his original name was, I don't even know, I think it was Agent, its original name was Agent Tango, his name's Agent House now. We have Yeehaw Victor, we have Yeehaw, and Cowhand Romeo. And some of you might recognize this design, but they have built the unicorn. So this round already has a special place in my heart. We are currently 36 minutes in. They have moved everything to the back because, well, otherwise if you're in the front, you basically jettison yourself out the front. They have also moved as many thrusters as they can to the back except a few turning ones, and they are ramming as fast as they can. I'm not quite sure how far they are away they are. They have been flying for about 10 seconds now, so that gives you some idea of how far away they are. If they hit speed cap, not sure. Not quite hitting speed cap, but they have rammed directly into the AI core, and it's actually still pilotable. Let me rewind so we can watch what it looks like on the ship. Watching all the objects fly is super awesome looking. Like, man, is that not cool as hell looking? They have docked directly to the evac arm, and it seems like they have to use their own nuke. And in theme of Cowboy Ops, we can see that they are armed with pythons, some of them even dual-wielding pythons. One of them's using a C-20, but it's mostly pythons. Some of them have web vest on. I can't tell if those are raid suits necessarily, but they don't have like hard suit helmets on, mostly keeping their heads actually unobscured. Let me rotate to the right direction. They're just emagging their way directly into cargo. Some of them shouting out yeehaw, yeah. Kind of just cut through cargo pretty quickly. Help me please being uttered out is absolutely brutal. But that is a that's an intro. Red alert called. Kind of hard not to call red alert after all of a cargo is shot down like a bunch of, I don't know a good Western term for this. Some security members see them and are obviously not prepared or armed to fight through it. Python shot flying down the hall. Those AP bullets hurting even if you don't have armor on. Solid 26 damage a shot. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good for the bleed stacks either. They are now pushing towards the captain. They have procured some access. They're not wasting bullets on people you don't have to waste bullets on. Some good hold them up freeze bags. Robbery. Oh, that's brutal. They held him up, and then the other Nukie that was in the back still shot him anyway, but it's to be expected. They're typically holding people up rather than shooting everyone. Like, I really like the robbery. That guy was spared because all of them were there present for it, so a little bit better communication. However, security members are not spared. C-20 bullets flying directly into him. I think a Python shot might have hit him, but Ava is now down. The Borg taking cover in the perma wing. Let's see, we got three security members arming up and a few civilians getting some guns. I guess another security member got shot down. There's also a detective. Lecter shots trying to fly back into the Cowboy team, but otherwise, no Nukies have really been damaged too severely. The poor captain is a blind captain shooting a laser literally blindly at their assailants. Shot their own Fox, might have hit the Fox again. They stayed alive a lot longer than I would have expected during that, but now they have the disc and the nuke in one place. Oh my god, they cut the captain's throat on the floor. That's brutal. They said don't arm here, but they ended up arming there, and they actually blocked their way in and out. Closing the shutters is definitely a good call. If things get spaced, they're gonna be in trouble. They really also only have this one window they can shoot out of, like this corner here, and I guess they do have the antique laser, so they can hold people off for indefinite time as long as their crew doesn't do a strong push. But if you're aware, Bagel is a very unique station which has a built-in space flank from here, and things could very easily get spaced through these doors. Also, there's really only one window, one wall separating them from space, which would kill them. Large portion of security and station members showing up, but this is probably one of the tightest funnels in the entire game. The window's breaking pretty quickly to the normal bullets. Nukies don't have a whole lot of room to move here. They can't even like back up into the captain's room because they didn't either. It has power. I mean, the ID is there. Can't check if the ID is still on them or not. The slip grenade there actually is probably gonna, or the slip bomb, whatever those are called, the Cindy Soap cluster bomb thing is working really well as a way to hold them off. This is pre-lube nerf, but this will be a more viable or more common thing to see after the lube nerf. Of course, you can still just walk over it, but you're still forcing your enemies to walk in. Some of these soaplets, especially when they're in the bullet casings, are really hard to see, so I like seeing that. It's probably I think it's the first time I've seen this used on Nukies. Crew is really trying to get through this funnel, but the EMP's going off that disabled pretty much every frontliner's laser weapons. But the crew is really trying to push through this choke point. No one's really bothering to use this extra flank door. There's a monkey, which I think that is a Syndicate monkey. I'm not 100% sure if they purchased it right there or not. But the Nukies are doing a great job. Oh, that is definitely a Syndicate monkey. The Nukies are doing a great job of only holding this. The crew has options. They could go around. They could dismantle one of these walls. They could even go through the captain's bedroom, but everyone's just kind of trying to out-gear the Nukies, and that's just... Oh, great stinger. They got the doors open. No, the Nukies got the doors open, so they're able to avoid the stinger grenades directly. But a clean nade going in, going to make things more slippery. I don't think there was any lube on the ground, but the crew can actually use this as a time to push through, use it as like an artificial smoke grenade, but it doesn't seem like people in the crew are really utilizing that opportunity. This would be the time to walk in and try to get in there, which seemingly one or two people did try, but it's just too staggered of a push. The crew is pushing way too independently of each other and just getting out-geared. Nukies are always going to win the gear check. We now actually have somebody coming in from from space through the flank door, and they have a can of plasma. The plasma can fires are usually more crew killing than not, but in this instance, the Nukies don't want things spaced, so if they manage to get that plasma canister open and ignite it, that could cause major issues, but it seems like the CE is fumbling on actually opening it, but they're also getting fumbled on killing. Nope, they open it and the plasma fire has started. There is nowhere for this fire to go other than scrubbers, which it seems like certain scrubbers actually still have power. There hasn't really been any explosion, so no power is disconnected. But now they basically just made it very difficult for anyone other than the CE to actually be the one to disarm it. Like, unless an Atmos tech walks in, no normal crew member is going to be able to survive this pressure. CE, I think, got shot down in... Yeah, the CE just got shot down. Also, Flames of Plasma is a pretty fitting name for this. There's pretty much no chance anyone would be able to disarm it at this point, just due to the fire difference. Some of the bridge, or the walkway down here did get spaced, but surprisingly, the operators are actually doing a totally fine job of surviving. There's at least 3 still alive. My game just borderline crashed on that announcement. It's so hard to see what's happening in there. Bodies turning to ash, but that's probably the least of their worries now. There's still at least 3 Nukies standing from what I can see. Operator Victor died from the spacing. Looks like they just mini-bombed that to try to get rid of the plasma. Oh my lord. I don't know what just happened there. But it looks like time's out. That was like just a really quick and brutal push by the Nukies. There was a lot of opposition, but they just kind of funneled themselves into the classic Fatal Funnel, and there's no map with a greater Fatal Funnel than Bagel, but not by a long shot. This is 20 plus tiles of a 3x3 with nowhere to go. Very well done in that Nukie team. The Ram probably didn't do too much, but if anything, it probably did distract somebody on the station. No one questioned that was Nukies. They probably just saw part of the AI core disappear. But seeing all the cowboy gear at the Pythons was an awesome secondary thing. I like seeing the unicorn in action. It just needed more speed, and just another Nukie spectate. Some variety out there. It's good to see shuttle ramming actually be used. Thank you for watching.